Hi, hello guys. So welcome back to the next one. This is our fourth precon for the DnD set. It's the Draconian Rage. It's the red green one. The idea of the deck is, of course, you can see over here. It's quite simple. Get a bunch of dragons. Overrun your opponent. Okay, right, let's put them aside. Let's go to the deck. Summary. Of course, as always, this one is just for the summary, and it is the land base itself. All right. Okay. Well, of course, as usual, this is my own format. The red, green, and the colorless is like the burden requirement of the deck, and then over here is the mana that's supporting. The deck over here. So if you have seen these couple of videos that actually show my formula, that you will see. We have a departure over here. All right. The R value is 2.33. Is R 1.18 and R 0.30. All right. There's a departure. I'll get to this part later. Not too much later, but for now we just go to the land. All right. So just put it aside here. So the lands is over here. All right. The lands are fine. Fine. All the good stuff like this. And then of course there are some others which I don't have. Then it's a whole bunch. Forests. Okay. Otherwise, it's fine. I will probably personally take out a few of those basic lands and try to get a few more of try to get a few more cards like maybe the pain lands, root-bound crack easily, definitely. Even the Skylands. All right, over here. All right. The Skyline works over here. The Skyline works everywhere, of course. But it works for this deck as well because we have a lot of high CMC ones. So you can actually play around it. Either tap. If you really need what's next, Stomping Ground. Of course, if you can afford it, then would the if you really want to go up the chain. But if not, even the first few ones is fine. You can easily find examples of those. All right. So that is for the lands. All right. So you'll have to come back with. It's the last one. It's simple. So we have to come back with this. You can actually see that the ratio here is actually double the ratio over here. All right. This is where I personally, from my experience, it start to show some problems. All right. So what we if I were the one that was looking over the deck or whatnot, I will probably put in cards like this. It's a Japanese card, but it basically says dragons you control get +3/+3. It's a 3 anthems for your dragons. So for example, I will put this one in, and probably I will just take out the decree of savagery or whatnot. All right. And then I will probably add in some new cards. Just put them aside. Okay, let's get to the first one. All right, because the deck really needs some help. All right. So what do we have over here? Okay, just for example, a friendship sigil. Is an artifact, 5 CMC, where the ETB's target player gains control of it. It's like a token of a friendship. The whole idea is you and that player each choose a creature type. You reduce that creature type by 3. So it benefits one other player apart from you. So it's like balanced that way. Of course, you are going to use it for your full advantage. But the idea is the dragons are expensive, and that is what you want to cast. So you need a little bit more mana reduction from somewhere else. The deck itself, they actually have the dragon shaman and the other goblin which reduces the cost by 1. But since the focus of the deck is, I mean, to catch dragons and, I mean, have fun is with that. So I would like to, I mean, like cards like this to come in. Cards like this, you don't have to go into a dragon deck. You can put it in another tribal deck and it will work also. So like for future upgrades and not. The next one up I will probably put in, because as I said, the deck needs help. Okay, it's something like this. It's a 3 CMC enchantment, dragon summoning, right? Or it's a ritual. All right. So basically what you have here is, I mean, during your upkeep, you add 2 red mana. This mana can only be used to catch dragons or activate dragon abilities. And then this mana stays in your mana pool. It doesn't mana burns at the end of, I mean, at the end of your turn. All right. So how is this different from this one? Because this one reduced by 2. This one gives you 2 for dragons. Well, they on the surface they look pretty much the same, or kind like the same. The difference is over here. Is this one, as you accumulate mana. So let's say that turn number 1, when you get the mana, you don't cast a dragon. You get the next turn, then you add on another 2, which you get another 4 red mana to cast your dragons. Alright. Then if you do not cast it again, or let's say you have to play some type of interaction like a removal or whatnot, you postpone your dragon casting. Your next turn, now you get 6 red mana to cast your dragon. So this is really different from this one, in the sense that this one actually will allow you to play your interactions on the earlier turn, and then have enough mana for those high CMC dragons. Alright, so that is another second kind of, I mean, a card that I would actually design. I'm no designer, but I mean, as I go over the deck, I mean, I feel like hey, why not? Alright, okay. Then the next one is the last one I have. I mean, okay, it's like a saga. Alright, it's 3M3. I don't have a name for it. It's fine. Basically, the first one is you search your library for a dragon of CMC 6 or less. It's called mana value now. Yes, but I'm too old school for it. Alright. Second one, you exile a dragon card from your hand. And then third one, you return the exiled dragon card into the battlefield. So what we have here is, you have a tutor over here from your deck. You exile it, and then you have a free casting ace on it. So when you tutor, your opponents basically have the next turn and their next turn, full turns to, if your dragon is problematic, it is it is announced that it's going to come in, that they can save a removal for it or counter spell on it. So they know that it's, maybe I will put here, you have to cast it without the mana cost. But the general idea is definitely this one will actually help with the high CMC cost when it comes to this precon. So like cards like this is our thing. I would think that it will help the deck. Okay, so alright, that's all it. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I guess I'll see you guys down the road. Okay.